Hello everyone, this is Mike from BTR Budget Tech Reviews, and today is the first review video of the HTC Desire 510 by Boost Mobile. Alright guys, the HTC Desire 510. I've had this phone for a couple of days and I've gotten to mess around with it actually for a little bit, actually quite a bit. And let's start off with physical features of this phone. Excuse the weird camera angle, my tripod isn't able to hold my, well, you know what, let me move it up just a little bit. There you go. Tripod adjustments during review videos work, guys, but let's start off with physical features of this phone. This phone is sporting a 4.7-inch touchscreen, and it is excuse my muffleness, it is 480 by 854, so not full HD screen. In fact, when you look at the screen, you know, if you just tilt it sideways a little bit, you can see right off the bat that, you know, the clarity of it kind of disappears, so you have to kind of be looking directly at it for it to look good. All the way around, this phone is very, very plasticky feel, and when I mean that is, it's got a big clear coat of shiny gloss plastic around the back. HTC logo is nice back here, but like I said, it's a very cheap feel. The phone's $99 on the Boost website. I bought this at Target for $79.99. It was $80, so if you guys are lucky, you can get the Virgin Mobile or Boost version for the same price there. No capacitive buttons on screen like most HTC phones that I've seen in the past have it, so you know that's a change. Up top in the front is your earpiece, your proximity sensors, and your front-facing camera. This is a VGA camera. I don't know the quality of it exactly. I've tried looking up the specs on it, and all I can see is that it has just a VGA camera. Back has a 5 megapixel camera, no flash, so that's going to be disappointing for a lot of people, and it's kind of disappointing for me because, you know, you think that, you know, some budget phones have flashes and this one doesn't. So opening up the back here, you can see that, you know, this phone has a removable battery. It's got your micro SD card slot right here, so it's up to, you know, 32 to 64 gigabytes, probably 100. You can probably put a 128 gig card in there and it'll work. So you know, you got your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack up top, and nothing really else to see in the back, just the battery and the SIM card slot. And you know, I find it interesting that, you know, these CDMA phones are now carrying you know, SIM cards. So I mean, well, it's not a CDMA phone anymore, I guess, but you know, these no contract carriers with Sprint and Boost, you know, they used to just be CDMA exclusive, and now, you know, I'm seeing a lot of SIM cards in it. So alright, turning on the screen, and as you can see here, it's got HTC Sense UI. Let me unlock it there. I don't have a lot of bloatware right now. It's pretty smooth though. This phone is very fluid. It's got a quad-core processor. Going back to specs here, you know, aside from the, you know, the 4.7-inch touchscreen, and I don't have the brightness all that high for you guys right now, but it has 208 ppi. What ppi stands for, you know, I think it's pixels per inch or whatever, something like that. But anyways, basically the pixel density, you know, it's average. I wouldn't say it's, you know, up there with a lot of the higher end phones, you know, like, you know, Nexus, iPhone, stuff like that. Very clear. It's not that bad though. I mean, for a $79 phone, $100 in other places, it's a great phone to have. Yeah, here we go. The front-facing camera is a 0.3 megapixel. I found it finally. But aside from the front-facing camera, this phone has a quad-core, 1.2 gigahertz quad-core, you know, processor. It's got a Cortex A583, and it's a 64-bit processor according to some of my sources here. Internal memory, and let's see if we can go to let me go to the settings here, and let's go to internal memory. Security, display, sound, app storage. Oh, I went to power by accident. As you can see here, down here, it's got, you know, the on-screen buttons, which I'm not a huge fan of for a phone like this, but Let's go to storage. This phone is supposed to have 8 gigs of internal memory, but from what I see, it's only got 4 gigs. And let me see if I can get a little closer shot there. 4 gigs, and I'm using a little bit here. I'm using phone storage 3.7 gigabytes. So it's not a lot, but for a budget phone, one that gives you expandable memory, you can have, you can save all your pictures, videos, music to the SD card. So it shouldn't be a huge issue, as far as that goes. Now, as far as app goes, I haven't not installed an SD card yet, so I do not know if you're able to move them to the SD card. But like I said, it shouldn't be a huge issue. People who buy this phone are mainly going to use it, just for Facebook and Twitter, maybe Snapchat, things to that nature. Apps that that don't usually hog up too much memory. Now let's go to the about section of this phone. Let's take a look here, guys. You can probably see me there in the reflection. Software version 1.4.2. And let's take a look. This phone is running Android KitKat out of the box. So, I mean, it's not, it's there, I mean, it has the latest version of Android, but Android L is coming out soon with the new release of the Nexus 6, which should be coming out in November. And pre-orders go out late October for that. So if you guys are into Google devices, Nexus phones, that's probably something you want to look at. But this phone does have the latest version of Android, which is really good. If you guys, some people are still have phones that have Jelly Bean and still have Ice Cream Sandwich. So having 4.4 KitKat out of the box is pretty good in my book. Now I forgot to mention, maybe I did mention the phone does have a 2300, or not 4300, 2300, no, not 2300, excuse me guys, I'm getting my facts all wrong here. 2100 milliamp battery. I'm a little tired. It's been a long day. I was at school all day. I'm tired. So 2100 milliamp battery, and excuse the stutteriness. Like I said, I'm tired. It's been a long day. I was at school all day. 2100 milliamp battery and 1 gig of RAM. This so not super high end specs, but for someone that's, like I said, is just gonna get on Facebook. And here, let me get on Facebook right now just to show you guys. Let's see if I can get on the Budget Tech Review website, and let's see if I can actually move away here so you don't see all my personal stuff. But if you guys don't know about my like page on Facebook, I do have a like page. It's www.facebook.com/BT Reviews. So, and I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can take a look here. But yeah, so far, this phone, like you can see in my finger gestures, it's pretty responsive. I mean, and like I said, right now I don't have a lot of apps cluttering it up, so it's still kind of, the phone's still kind of new. I've only had it a couple of days, but I can't complain. So far, the battery life on it's really good also. Let's take a look at the battery really quick. As you can see here, like stock Android, you could actually do the 2 fingers or whatever, and it'll take you to that menu, the drop down menu bar. Or if you just want to look at your notifications, 1 finger. And if you want to delete any messages, you just press clear, and voila. And from here you can actually activate whatever's there. It's got Wi-Fi, you got your settings, your brightness. Right now I have the brightness set all the way low, so let me activate that a little higher. Bluetooth, airplane mode, the battery saver, the extra battery saver. You can turn your mobile data on and off from there, your silence, and the do not disturb feature, which is a decent feature if you don't want to be disturbed during class, or if you're taking a test, or if you just basically just don't want to be disturbed, you're trying to take a nap. So like I said, the batteries, I've had it on for like I don't know, a couple days on a full charge, and I've been using it here and there, and the battery's still pretty really good. Hold on, let me see if I can get it to show you the battery. If not, I might have to actually go back to the settings. Yeah, let's go back to the settings, and let's find the power. There we go. Let's find the power. So I'm at 62% right now, and this phone's been running for a while. Let's see, 2 days, 13 hours, 52 minutes, 37 seconds on battery, with minimal use. So the standby time on this phone is really good. If you just leave it sitting for a while, you don't expect for the battery to drain out like some other phones do. with those apps killing it in the background. So I guess that's it for now, guys. Expect a quadrant standard test, LTE test, things of that nature in the next video. I'm gonna check out the browser, YouTube, etc. So keep an eye out for the next video, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe.